Hi everyone, Deb here for the Crack the Vault collab. This is hosted by Poetspice, and there's a number of us in this collab, so be sure to check everyone else out after you watch mine, of course, since you're here. All right, so I don't remember if it was last month or the month before, I made some 4x4 cards and some tags out of this paper pad by Prima, and I have decided I'm gonna use this throughout this collab until it's gone, and then I'll pick another one because I need to use stuff up. I also brought in Ranunculus Romance, not for the first project but for the second one, and I also brought in these deckled rectangle dies, a little bit of spun sugar distress ink just to go around the edges of something, and Stampin' Up's soft succulent ink. Okay, so if you'll recall, I had made these 4x4 cards and I didn't make the envelopes yet, so I made the envelopes, and I'm gonna put this in here. You see it fits. I used the 1, 2, 3 punch board, which is similar to the envelope punch board. You see it makes envelopes, bows, and boxes. So I made envelopes, and the instructions were right on there. And this one was sort of my prototype, and I didn't quite get it even. And I used, on all of them, I used double-sided tape up here for closure. You could, what would be cute is also a button, but I didn't know if these are mailable or not, so I didn't want to put a button on if they are. And then I switched to Blushing Bride cardstock, which I'm almost out of and don't have any refills. That's a Stampin' Up thing, and that's where I use the deckled rectangles to put labels on the front for mailing or sending or whatever. A lot easier to write on, right? So it's two different sheets of paper. Actually, this one is the same as these. So I had 5 of these sheets and 3 of these. I think there were 6 of each sheet, and so I think I still have a few of these. And the reason I use them is because the other side is like almost like collage with buttons and stuff on it, which I don't generally lean towards in card making and stuff, so I thought that would be all right for the inside. So this particular one I was trying to get the butterfly on, which of course is buried anyway. And then this one has buttons and other plant stuff, so I tried to get them lined up so that they all, except this one, my prototype, I did different, has a different pattern at the top. So that's it. I made 8 envelopes, and then I had already from the last project apparently cut down 3 of these sheets of paper. I don't know when I did that, for what project, but I did. So I had these 3 sheets of paper, and I just made them into cards on Blushing Bride cardstock. Again, used the deckled rectangle. I had a leftover one there. This is just a scrap, and then this was a scrap, but I used the rectangular postage stamp punch from Stampin' Up that looks like that. I had done these. I was experimenting on using these for the envelope, these punches. These are the rectangular postage stamp, and this one I think is a retired everyday label punch. And on the first 2, I had these strips of the polka dot, which is the reverse of this paper, but I think it's from the part that, you know, the hole is in the pad up here. So it's like this part, and I just used those to put behind it from one of the sheets, and then on that one I did not. And on this one, I actually cut the sheet down by a 1/2 inch, and I stamped that this from the Ranunculus Romance set, and I just used this just for you on all of them. And I also just used scraps of the cardstock, little bits that I had. This one I used, oh gosh, well, we won't show you that one because we put it on wrong. I did I'll never do the inside again first because I put it on the top part. I may have to put another piece in here and anyway, yeah, that's funny. Or probably what I'll do is cut this off and put it on another card base and actually, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Silly me. So the ribbons I used, I think they're all retired. Yeah, this is mint macaron actually, but I thought it went okay. It's a thicker ribbon, but because I bumped these up on dimensionals, it's okay. And then this is retired snail mail twine, but it's in Blushing Bride and white. So on this one, I only used Blushing Bride, wrapped it around 3 times, and then tied a bow on here. And then on this one, I wrapped 2 of the Blushing Bride around and 1 white in the middle of it, and then tied a bow with the white and the pink. This is my favorite one, and of course I messed the inside of that up. But anyway, there's my projects. Oh, and the gems I used were these genial gems, which are also retired in the mint macaron color. And they have a bit of copper or gold sparkle in them, so I thought they were pretty with it. And that's the soft succulent ink. I can't believe I did that. I will be fixing that. All right, everyone, that is all I have for this month is the envelopes. And the idea of this collab, in case I didn't mention it, is to use things from your stash that are 6 months or more old. And the idea is to try and use things up. So that's why I was going to do something entirely different, but I changed my mind and decided I've had this sitting on my floor next to my desk since I made those other cards, and these were the tags I had made before out of one sheet of paper, really. And this card I had made with scraps from those projects. So I think that was it, yeah. And so I have all these scraps from cutting the envelopes, and it's mostly like 1 inch at the top plus the strip with the holes in, but I needed 8 sheets of those, and then there was another smaller strip from like the side of the paper, so I need to use those. And also I guess I had cut 4 ATC size cards, so I'll probably be doing those and some other projects next month. I don't know yet what. So come back and see. It's a pretty paper pad. I'm kind of wanting to do something with buttons, so maybe we'll have a project with some buttons on it or more. So come back and check out the video for next month. Now please go check out Jamie over at Poetspice and everyone else, and I'm sure they have some wonderful projects. They usually always do. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now. Hugs, love, and peace.